Hello, welcome to A VO's Journey. Today we're going to talk about your headshot, and we don't really talk about it a lot, but it is so well. I don't talk about it on the YouTube channel, but we talk about a lot. We talk about it a lot in VO's Journey Elite Academy, and the idea here with your headshot. And I'm going to be honest with you, I did not ever want to get my picture taken. I hated it. I hated my picture. And I didn't want to have to put it out to the world. You know, I thought, who's going to want to see a picture of me and my bald head and, me and all my glory. But the reality is that all of the hard work we do for our voice acting, our business, our equipment, our demos, our profiles, all the work that we put into our studios, everything, it all comes to a point where in order for us to move forward, people have to know we exist. And once we put ourselves into that position online, right, we have to be enticing enough for them to click on us. You know, it's so funny because of, like I was just saying, of all the work we do, so much of our success can boil down to a click, right? Have we put something out there, and it's a picture. This is the crazy thing about headshots and what we do, because you and I both know as voice actors, and if you don't know, I'll fill you in, but you probably have a good clue if you don't know. We will never be. Our voices, our names will never be shared with the audience. Our pictures will never be shared. Video of us, voice acting will never be shared. All they will ever hear is our voice. Okay? So you wouldn't think, because of that we would need to have a very visual presence of ourselves. But the reality is the people who hire us, especially now more than ever, right, in this time of AI, want to know that we are real people and that we exist, okay, and that we have a face and we're a person. So, and yes, I know it can be fake, but that's not what this is about. This is about you putting out a headshot, all right, which is a term we use in acting so people can get an idea of just what you look like. Okay, and in our case, that we're real. It's more important now, I think, ever to say that we're real, and putting that headshot out there will entice people to click on us. All right, and putting a good headshot out there, meaning that you've made an attempt. You have a nice background. You've put on some nicer clothes. You've done something to make yourself a little bit more presentable, so that people view us as professional. Putting a headshot out there while we create thumbnails, right? Thumbnails are what we call things that you click on when you're looking for more information about that particular topic. Look at my dog; she's moving around. Anyways, she always got to do a little move when I'm doing my videos, and then she's a little snore and stuff. But the point of this headshot, though, and creating these thumbnails, is really putting you in a position where people will stop and they will click on your offering, whether it's on freelance platforms, pay-to-play platforms, whether it's on videos, whether it's on social media, even your website. You know what I mean? I mean, even when people go to your website, what do they click on? Do you know what I mean? Like, how do you entice them to click on something? So a good headshot is paramount to your success. And it is ironic that we don't talk about it as much because we're voice actors. So, of course, we're going to spend the majority of time talking about our voice, and it should be that way. But I can't I can't overstate the importance. I can't overstate the importance of having a great headshot to create great thumbnails for people to click on you in order to learn more about your voiceover work. And remember, someone has to find you first, then they have to click on you second, then they listen to your voiceover. So that means there has to be 2 intentional actions before someone actually hears your voice. And if you look at your marketing in that perspective, then you'll realize there should be a great deal of your time being spent on how people are finding you, where they're finding you, right? And then why are they clicking on you? Are they clicking on you? What do you need to do to get them to click on you, right? With one of those really important things is having a great headshot and a good thumbnail with your headshot in it, right? And then the third thing, of course, is them listening to you. So I always like to try to get that out there so people can see that it's actually listening to your stuff is typically the third or fourth thing that someone does. So that means if we're just focusing only, now look, we're business owners, we have to do multiple things. I mean, it's just what it is, right? We can't just only focus on having great performances and great audio, okay? Unless we had someone else running the business for us. But even platforms who, if we get on platforms first and we're doing all that marketing, okay, we still have to have something enticing for someone to click on, or someone to be interested in clicking on those platforms, right? And professional looking. I can't tell you how many people who did exactly what I did when I first started. I found a picture on my computer from like 10 years ago, or that one picture, you know what I'm talking about, that one picture that we all like of ourselves, and we find it, but it's not exactly appropriate for this particular situation, but we're like, who cares? I mean, it's a voiceover. No one really cares about our picture. That is a big mistake. It was a big mistake for me, and it wasn't until I started, trying to figure out what was the best, like what were people clicking on, and then I found a picture of my own that people, it's so interesting. I've tried many different thumbnails and pictures of myself, and there's one picture that I still use today that people will click on, and that's that picture of me. It's got a total black background, a black background. It's a white and black picture, and it's got this mysterious kind of feel to it. And I'm telling you, that gets more clicks than any other picture, any other headshots I've taken or I've done. And so the point I'm trying to make to you is that it's an important thing for you to experiment with, to figure out what are people clicking on you, because again, people have to find you first. Right? We were talking about the finding you first, right? And then they have to click on you, and then they listen to you. So anyways, I hope that this kind of, just give you a little thought about, hey, I need to really also focus on my headshot, making sure I have a good headshot that then I can use to make an incredible thumbnail, because those thumbnails you use in all, whether it's social media, whether it's your website, whether it's freelance platforms, whether it's pay to pay, wherever you are marketing yourself, even on agency sites, doesn't matter. You still have to have a good headshot for your thumbnail. Okay, Academy Voices, I ask people to have, you have to have a headshot in order to be on Academy Voices, and it's got to be a good headshot. It can't be a headshot that is like mine was. That was like what it used to be, where it's like, no, it's not quite right for this. You know what I mean? It would just kind of be taking a selfie. Selfies can work, okay, but you got to make sure you set them up right. And with the technology today, it's super easy to cut out yourself out of a background picture too, and et cetera, et cetera. But again, it still is difficult to recreate working with a good professional. And I would say if you go to work with a professional, well, how I would approach it, to get a headshot, is tell them what you're doing. Say, listen, I'm trying to get a headshot that I can create a thumbnail out of that's going to really entice people to click on my thumbnail so they listen to my work. So I need something that's going to attract people to click and be interested. Let them know, and then gauge their responses. Do they have a plan? Do they understand what you're talking about? What are their suggestions on backgrounds and poses and things like that? You let them know, so you're not just taking headshots for the sake of headshots. Let them know what you're trying to do and why it's important to your business, okay? All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Please make sure you hit that like and subscribe button if you found this video helpful. Also, make sure you check out Avio's Journey Elite Academy. I'm really excited about all the amazing stuff we've got going on there just to help you learn, grow your voiceover business, an incredible community and our coaches. I mean, it's just amazing. Check out the link below. We're offering a special right now, 50% off the first month. You know what? We'd love to have you come and give us a chance to help you with your business. So thank you guys so much for watching. You have a wonderful, wonderful Tuesday. I'll see you soon. Goodbye. Goodbye.